Spreading all around my room, my world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the video here on the World of Juice channel, and welcome back to another episode of the St. Louis Blues Relocation franchise here on Madden 25. We have ended our dynasty. I know it's a sad day. Pour one out for the homies. Salute the veterans who have been here since the beginning. Three-peat for your St. Louis Blues, and now it's over. Now we will tear it down to the studs and rebuild and try to three-peat again. It's going to be sad to see some of these guys go. I mean, like Amon-Ra St. Brown, other people. I forget, this is Sam Laporta. I forgot his name for a second. A lot of these guys have been here since the very, very beginning. And a lot of these guys have been team captains since the very, very beginning. But it's time to say goodbye to them. It's time to move to a new direction. And this offseason is what we are going to be doing. So today's episode will be the entirety of the offseason, including trading away a lot of our guys, re-signing whoever we can, which is probably nobody, except for Sanborn. We're going to franchise tag him. And then the draft. So buckle in. Let's get it. Hit that like button, subscribe channel, join the Juice Club. This is going to be a sad one, so get some tissues ready. Okay, so we're picking up at the season recap. We already took a look at it, I'm pretty sure. Trevor Lawrence MVP. We get the three-peat. As you are aware, we beat the Packers, the Vikings, and then the Falcons in this most recent episode. Three-peat has been achieved, but the sad part is what we're going to have to do with all of our players. Amon-Ra St. Brown is going to be gone. Sam Laporta is going to be gone. Chris Jones on the defense is probably gone. A lot of these guys will not be back, unfortunately. Just Tyson Campbell's probably gone as well. We're going to have to trade away a lot of these players to get the rebuild going. So let's just go right to the re-sign period and get it over with. We have negative $9 million in cap. But once we trade St. Brown and Laporta, we'll have that money made back up. We can franchise tag Matt Sanborn. We'll do that in the end. Or maybe we should just wait, and then if we have the money, we should be able just to re-sign him. I guess that's possible. But Chris Jones, unfortunately, is going to be gone. He's also getting super old as well. A lot of guys that I like are going to be gone. But the most important ones are going to be these guys right here. So I'm going to St. Brown. We're going to trade away. And we have a lot of money that we can trade, that we can get back for him. I don't know what we are going to do with the trade. We could go J.C. Horn. We got to get a first-round pick for St. Brown. That feels super obvious. I'm not really even sure. Jordan Addison at 27 years old is not a bad pickup. He's not nearly as expensive. We get a first-round pick in 2030. If we go Devin Witherspoon, we get a first-round pick in 2029, which I think is the draft that we are at right now. Yeah, it looks like that's the draft that we're at right now. But that's also pick number 30. That doesn't mean anything. We can always trade that pick up if we have to. It seems fairly obvious that we need to get a first-round pick for him. Myles Garrett's not going to do much for us. He's already 33. Garrison Watkins, 25, superstar dev. Now, we wouldn't be able to get a first-round pick, but that's an intriguing one. Who's got a high first-round pick? I don't really want to do a lot of trading up. The Denver Broncos have a high first-round pick. They have pick number 4. So if I was able to get pick number 4 along with something else, do they really have anything else? You've got Brandon Dorless, but he's on the last year of his deal. He hasn't really developed. Let's see. You've got Drew Sanders. Don't really want that. You got a lot of old guys, that's for sure. And then they've got their Garrison Watkins guy. They're not going to give me Garrison Watkins and the 4th overall pick, so I've got to be particular about what I go for. This could just be a bunch of draft picks. Maybe we use Amon-Ra to get us a bunch of draft picks, because who knows what Sam Laporta is going to be able to get us. So if they give me their 1st and their 2nd this year, along with their 1st and their 2nd next year, I'd be okay with that. It's a decent haul for Amon-Ra St. Brown, and I might even extend it to the other first, like 3 first-round picks for Amon-Ra St. Brown seems fair enough to me, but they don't seem to think the same way. What about if I take away that other third? Okay, that's in the orange. This feels like I'm getting fleeced even with getting 2 first-round picks and 2 second-round picks. I've got to toss in some more stuff. So I guess we could toss in. I got to save the guys that actually are going to be able to make us something. So Chris Jones is probably not going to be able to get us anything too crazy. So how about we toss him in this deal? That gets it into the yellow. But now I'm not going to be able to trade another player because Chris Jones is very expensive. So how about I toss you a second round pick in 2031? No. How about I toss you a third round pick next year? Closer. How about I toss you a fourth round pick this year? Okay, now we're getting a little crazy here. Maybe the fourth pick is a little too ambitious. Maybe the fourth pick is a little bit too ambitious. What about if we go for like pick 7 or pick 6, something like that? Who's got one of those picks? Pick number 8? And they need a wide receiver, didn't it say? Yeah, okay. So we'll go for pick number 8. You give me all of this, just like what I was asking from the Broncos. How's that? Oh, see, that's already better. That's already better. But what about if I give you Chris Jones? What do you say about that? That doesn't really do much for them, does it? And then I go all the way down here and give him a third round pick in 2031. All right, maybe a second round pick in 2031, unfortunately. Don't really want to do that, but to get the deal across the board, I'm willing to, I guess. What about a third? Stop being stingy. Just give me what I want. All right, so maybe asking for 3 first-round picks is going to be a little bit too steep. Because I could just give a bunch of seconds. I could give my own second-round picks. Maybe, because they're going to be pretty bad, because hopefully we'll be good. But and then again, maybe we're not good. That's also possible. Oh, the trade is so freaking close. You gotta be kidding me, man. You gotta be kidding me. What about the third? Does the third move it across? Oh my god, the third almost moves it across. 2 seconds, 2 threes. That doesn't get it done. You serious right now? Are you serious, Clark? That doesn't get it done? That doesn't even get it done. How does that not get it across? 2 seconds, 2 thirds. What about if I add the third from next year? Really? I don't want to give up 3 twos. That seems a little excessive. But I would love 3 first round picks. I'm going to have to give them another player, I think. You can have Paul McKinney. But I want back one of my second round picks. Okay, no, the second round pick probably has to stay. What was the pick that I gave them? It was 2030, I think. That doesn't get it across. You gotta be kidding me, man. Who do they want? They need a quarterback. I'm not giving them Trevor Lawrence. They wouldn't even be able to take his money anyway. They need a wide receiver. We're giving them Amon-Ra St. Brown. They need a left tackle. Not giving you anybody there. They need a right outside linebacker. We have Tommy Potter and Dallas Turner. Well, we're not giving either of those guys up. So what could I give up here? What could I give up? Other than draft picks. Maybe another receiver. Maybe I toss in Quentin Johnson. How about that? Doesn't look like it's going to go through. Please. I just want 3 first round picks. I'm not asking for a lot. You got to be kidding me, man. You got to be kidding me. That's so freaking close. I'm not giving you Brian Thomas Jr. Derek Smith, nothing other than Quentin Johnson gets this done. I guess I could stop trying to ask for that other first round pick. I guess. I don't really want to stop asking for it, but how about you give me another a two and I take away my two? Trade offer accepted. So I was able to stay with the other two. So we get 2 first round picks and 3 second round picks for Amon-Ra St. Brown and Chris Jones. I'm okay with that. And now we have Sam Laporta to trade away. If we can. We can still get Garrison Watkins, which I might actually do. We can get Larry Sharp at wide receiver. Edgerrin Cooper at middle linebacker is pretty awesome. An X Factor wide receiver, Larry Bryant. Wow. Okay. Sam Laporta's got some very interesting offers. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to accept these. I mean, this one seems pretty obvious, the Larry Bryant one. X Factor wide receiver and a second round pick in 2030. But then this one, Kevin Sullivan, we need another corner. Can I do this trade? Oh, no, I can't do the trade. I need to send somebody back. This might have to be Tyson Campbell as well. That puts us in the positive, but can I get away with not trading him? Probably not, right? I could trade Quentin Johnson. He doesn't really do much to the cap. I don't think anybody else that I have that's that expensive is going to be worth anything. I was hoping to trade Tyson Campbell for something for like his own deal, but looks like I'm not going to be able to do that. Ooh, we can get Jalen Carter when we toss in Tyson Campbell. The Patriots are willing to give me 2 players, but that X Factor corner is not here anymore from the Saints. I feel like an X Factor corner would be freaking insane. The Jalen Carter deal seems like obvious, like we should take this deal. Can I counter offer that? How about instead of the 6 and the 7, you give me another corner? Give me Robert Ferguson. Trade offer accepted. Jalen Carter and Robert Ferguson, along with a 2030 second, Sam Laporta and Tyson Campbell. Maybe we could have got more for that. I didn't really think about that. All right, so I guess the last guy that might be worth anything is Matthew Schwartz. I'm not going to be able to trade him. Never mind. We have too much negative cap room. So all we can do now is withdraw the offer on Matt Sanborn and then franchise tag him. But we were able to get some draft picks. Franchise tag Matt Sanborn, and then everybody else is going to go. We were able to acquire some draft picks for us this year, which is going to help us out in our quote-unquote rebuild. All right, so we have the Michael Dotson now being the number 1 wide receiver. We need a tight end this year, but we knew that going into the offseason. And then on defense, we have Jalen Carter now, which is huge, but we need D tackle. Absolutely. Okay, we're a little bit thin at some positions, but that's what the draft is for. We're not going to be able to do anything in free agency, so that's what the draft is for. Let's get it moving. The 3-time Super Bowl champions have traded away their assets. Didn't mean to do that. The 3-time champs have traded away their assets. We'll go into the draft with good intentions, hopefully. Devontae Smith, former St. Louis Blue, has signed with the Atlanta Falcons. This wasn't that great of a free agent class. There's some big names in here, but it wasn't that great of a free agency class, so it's not like we missed anything too crazy. Okay, so mock draft number 5 is going to be coming up here. We need to take a tight end, a D tackle, and a middle linebacker. Those are the 3 biggest positions to fill. 3 biggest positions to fill. So if we go right to tight end, we've scouted 3 of them. We know a couple of them are decent. That's a good thing to know. We know a couple of them are decent. But then D tackle, we probably need to scout at least 1 or 2 of these guys. And then middle linebacker, there's a top 5 pick, Tavares Spears. I might want to scout him just to see if he's actually legit. Carlos Wembley, is he athletic? He's 6'5". He's got good athleticism. He looks like a freak. I like him. I like him a lot. What about Antoine Lynch? Is Antoine Lynch good? Ooh, he's got elite speed. He also could be freaky. Those might be my other 2 guys that I scout. Wembley and Lynch, along with that middle linebacker. Those will be the 3 guys that I scout, and we'll see if we can get in position for any of them. Let's advance the week. And all right, let's take a look at mock draft number 5, see what everything's got planned out for us. So Niles Baker looks like an unbelievable corner. He's going to go number 1. Tavares Spears is not as good as he actually looked like he was going to be. Okay, so that saves us having to trade up. This corner looks unbelievable, though. If he was a little bit taller, he'd be like generational. 4.4 speed. I mean, he looks great, but we're probably not in a position to go get him. Our first pick is number 8. They have us taking a wide receiver, Kyle Woodbury. Not really in the market for that. A 6'3" corner, Brendan Wright. Okay. I mean, we could use a wide receiver, but it's not like the biggest need. We already took a look at what our biggest needs were. And having the knowledge that that middle linebacker is not that good. Ooh, the tight end is round 1. Okay. Carlos Wembley's a round 2 to 3 guy. All right, so some of the guys that we have scouted are not as good as once thought, which could be good for us. Brandon McCain, we are mocked to take him at round 32. 4.7 speed's not amazing, but he does look like a solid tight end. He's also 6'4". He looks like he could be good. Nate Callahan's a little bit faster, but he's around 2 to 3 true talent guy. What about this Jeffrey Lowell guy? He's got elite speed. He's faster. Okay, so I'd probably take Brandon McCain first and then Jeffrey Lowell second, but we'll see how it all plays out there. At D tackle, both of these guys are round 2 to 3. Interesting. Very interesting. Antoine Lynch. I mean, he's got elite speed. He's a great athlete. I could see myself taking him. I really could. Ooh, there's a sneaky round 1 guy down here. JT Harris. Hello. He's a round 1 true talent, and he's a day 3 projection. We got to keep our eye on him. But knowing that this guy's a bust is good information to have. Absolutely. Okay, so there are some outside linebackers that are decent value. Like this guy, Will Holmes, is a round 3 to 4 guy, but he's a true talent of around 1 to 2. We can be in position to get some good players. And I don't think we need to trade up for anybody. I mean, I'd love to trade up for that corner, but I just don't think that's reasonable. And we're obviously not going to go after Tavares Spears when he's a 2 to 3. So I think we just stay at 8 and then take whoever is available to us. I don't think it's going to be that receiver, but I don't know. I guess we just stay at who we have. We're in a pretty good position right now, and this looks like a pretty decent draft. So we start the draft. First off, I want to take a look at our assets just to know kind of what we're dealing with here. So we've got 2 first-round picks this year from the Rams and then from our own. We've got 2 seconds, a third, a 4, a 5, a 6, and a 7. Next year, we've got 2 1s, 3 2s, and then the year after, we've got 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, a 6. Okay. Next year's going to be a good draft for us, hopefully, if the Rams are bad again. But 2 first-round picks is useful. But yeah, like I said, I think we just stay at 8 and see what happens. Number 1 pick in the draft is the corner Niles Baker. I mean, he looks like a freak. Then you got Spears. So the Cardinals, good luck with that. Josh Shelton goes to the Patriots. So the board's following exactly what they said they would. Is that Evan Jones? I think that says Evan Jones. Chargers, Brandon Wright. He was the corner that looked pretty decent. He's like 6'3". Chris Irwin, Terrence Quinn. Okay, so now we're up. And they had us taking that wide receiver. I don't think that's going to be where we go. We're not going to take a quarterback, I don't think. We don't have to take the tight end right now. At least we shouldn't. Doesn't mean he's not going to go. It is a little risky to not take him. Taj Tompkins is a outside linebacker, decent athleticism. I wonder if he could play middle linebacker. He's a 6'2" speed rusher. He might be able to play middle linebacker. There's a lot of quarterbacks on this board. You've also got Percy Myrick. Not as good of an athlete. Not as good of a player overall. And then the tight end. Do we just reach and take the tight end now? I feel like it's a bad move. I feel like it's a bad move to take the tight end now. Who was the wide receiver that we were supposed to take? Oh, it looks like he's gone, actually. I don't recognize anybody these names over here. I don't want to reach for a player. This quarterback doesn't look bad. He's probably not top 5, I wouldn't think. You got Reggie Reese, 4.8 speed. He probably would simulate pretty well. But we're not in the market for a quarterback, obviously. I don't know. I mean, Taj Tompkins seems like a good idea. He seems like a good player. But then there's the tight end, and the tight end is one of the positions that we absolutely need. But we were mocked to take him at 32. Doesn't mean that I can't take him now, but there is the risk that we run that he could get taken earlier because he seems to be a pretty good player. I just don't want to reach for him too high. Since the D tackle position's not that stacked this year, at least not that we scouted, I think I'm going to take Brandon McCain at number 8. That might be a little bit of a reach. I'm a little bit worried what we're going to see here. A little bit worried what we're going to see. He was number 16 in true value. We took him at 8, so it is a little bit of a reach. He's got normal dev. It's not the end of the world. It's just annoying. Tight end is a position you can very easily get up to superstar and X Factor and stuff. So we simulate to pick 32. Taj Tompkins goes at 13, was a guy I was looking at. Antoine Lynch goes to the Chiefs. That was one of the D tackles that we scouted. We come up at 32. Another tight end available. What are the D tackles looking like now? I mean, we got to come away with at least one of these guys because the D tackle position's bad. Michael Keaton, we might have to grab him at round 3 with our first round 3. Or first round 2, I mean. I can't take him now. And then we got this guy as well, Will Holmes. Cornerback. We could use another corner, but I don't think it's the right idea to take one now. I think we got to take one of these D tackles, unfortunately. So it means we're going to have to reach on another guy. Damian Moss doesn't look that good. Jay Sheard is a better athlete, but he doesn't also look that good. I feel like I'm going to miss on this first round pick, man. Tyreek Hodges is a decent athlete. He kind of looks better than the other 2 first round pick guys, or 1 to 2 round guys. We need a D tackle. I'm going to take Tyreek Hodges. I feel like that's a bad pick. He ends up being number 40 in true value. He does have hidden dev, which is better than our tight end. Okay, it ends up not being as bad of a pick as it could have been. We pick at pick number 40. This is probably where we got to come away with one of those outside linebackers. One of the many outside linebackers. So we've got Eric Greer, who could be a good guy, but we've also got Will Holmes, who I definitely want to grab. We've got Michael Keaton, and then JT Harris. We can get JT Harris late, super late in the draft, which is awesome. I think this pick is going to be... I don't even really know. This pick, do I take a receiver? It feels stupid to take a receiver. That's not like a big need at all. Is there any super fast receivers? No, all the fast receivers are just great speed. There is this guy who's around 3 to 4, Ezekiel Hill, 5'11", deep threat with great speed, elite acceleration. Maybe we take a flyer on him in the third round, but probably not. I did for some reason scout this guy to 70%. Why did he get to 70? He looks like straight garbage. He can't catch the ball at all. I don't know why he got to 70 and everybody else got to 60. Who knows? Oh, I don't know where to go with this pick, man. Do I double up on tight end? That seems weird. I could double up on tight end. Pull a 2010 Patriots. Take two tight ends. Hopefully this one doesn't end up being, well, I think I'm going to do it. That seems like a bad idea, but I'm going to do it anyway. He's number 25 in true value, and he has hidden dev. I should have taken him in the first place. So now we have two tight ends, both hopefully going to be pretty good. And now is where we take the linebackers. We should be able to grab both of them, or all of them, actually. I wouldn't think any of them are gone yet. Holmes is still available. And Michael Keaton's ready to go. So I'm going to take Michael Keaton now, because I don't think he makes it to our third round pick. Michael Keaton grabbed. Hopefully he's pretty good. He's number 33 in true value. He has hidden dev. One of these outside linebackers is going to have to play middle linebacker, because the middle linebacker class is not very good. All right, so now we make it to the third round. We pick at 32. That quarterback, luckily I didn't take him because he's not very good. Wait, where's the JT guy? Oh, he's still here. He's a left outside. I got worried for a second. I got super worried for a second. All right, so the Will dude, the right outside linebacker, he got grabbed. That's not the end of the world. We'll just have to make sure we get JT in the fourth round. I'm not going to take him in the third round. He shouldn't be gone. I wouldn't think. Maybe we can grab a tackle or something. There's a day 3 tackle. Those tackles don't seem to be that good. I don't think these receivers are going to be that good anyway. Torrey Gamble is a 6'4" wide receiver who can't really do too much. Maybe we can grab a corner if they're available. Akeem Gooden. I don't like those stats. I don't like those stats at all. Emmett Hargrave. Elite acceleration, but doesn't really do anything that well, unfortunately. Maybe we just take JT now, because there's not really anything else that I want to take. Unless we can find like a freak athlete pass rusher, which I don't think there's going to be any. All of these guys are good with great speed. I don't think there's going to be any pass rushers that are going to be that good. F block. I can't take somebody that's going to be pass rushing with F block shed. I could use another D tackle, but none of these guys are going to be worth it, especially in the third round. All right, I'm just going to take JT. I know that I probably should wait to get more value, but there's nobody honestly else that I want to take. So we're going to take JT Harris. A little bit of a reach. He's number 20. He's got a hidden dev. One of the two of the guys that we took are going to play middle linebacker for us next year. Whichever one it is, I don't know, but this will probably be the final pick that I make because I don't really know where else to go. Nobody else that I've scouted is any good. Maybe I just take you know what? I'll probably just take a flyer on a wide receiver. Let's just take a flyer on a wide receiver. Who's super fast? We've got 2 or 3 elite acceleration wide receivers. We already looked at Ezekiel Hill. He was the one that had great speed. But he doesn't really do anything else. I'll take a flyer on him. He's not going to be very good. He's number 106 in true value. He's got 93 speed, 97 excel, 89 jumping. He's 5'11". He's got normal dev. He's not really going to be good, but I didn't really have any other options. So at least that I could see. So we'll simulate the rest of the draft. We came away with all of our positions being filled. We came away with 2 tight ends, a D tackle, some linebackers. So hopefully they're going to be good. Brandon McCain is a 75. Tyreek Hodges is a 73. 74 for Jeffrey Lowell. Keaton is a 74 and JT Harris 75. So all the picks that I made, except for Ezekiel Hill, are all really, really good picks. I'm happy about that. We really killed this draft. Everybody else is kind of booty cheeks, but that's okay. Um, we need to figure out which one of these two is going to play middle linebacker for us. How about the guy with better awareness, JT Harris? So he's a 75 right now. What does he become if I turn him to a middle linebacker? Does he go up or does he go down? Middle linebacker. He is a 74. Okay, what about Michael Keaton? What about Batman? Does he go up or down? Middle linebacker. He is a 72. So looks like JT Harris is going to be the one to play middle linebacker for us. I'm okay with that. Didn't really care who played it, just needed somebody to. So Batman will play outside linebacker, and then everybody else will play the same position. Who was the best player in the draft? It looks like it was that corner, Niles Baker. Yeah, maybe we should have traded up for him because he looks like an absolute freak. But we got some good players. I'm happy with our draft. I'm very, very happy with our draft. And because of the Amon-Ra St. Brown trade, we have the Rams picks for the next 2 years. So we are sitting pretty. Or actually, we only have the other, but I don't remember what picks we have, but we're sitting pretty good for draft picks. So we're comfortable there. We've got Lowell playing fullback. I don't really care who starts. Probably it should be the dev trait player, but we'll see what happens. We've got 3 receivers plus Smith. See what happens to him. Offense looks still pretty good. And then on defense, Harris will play middle linebacker. Yeah, we filled all those needs, which is nice. We've got Jalen Carter now, which is pretty cool because we were going to need an edge rusher too. Okay, maybe the rebuild is going to go a little bit smoother. I don't think we're going to four-peat, but we're not as bad as I thought we might have been. But that is going to do it for the episode. The team looks okay. Who knows what's going to happen in, season 6, I think? Who knows what's going to happen with the rest of this simulation, but I do like the trades that we made. Amon-Ra, we got a lot of good value for him. Sam Laporta, we got some good value for. I'm happy with it. So thank you guys so much for stopping by and watch. I truly appreciate it. If you enjoyed, leave it a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.